the ground with Harris. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield flush to his right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Mayfield's throw here taken in by Isabella. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 22, Pickett. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
King.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And the Steelers at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First and 10. Here's Pickett. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Harris running straight ahead. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 36. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
3rd and 2, Pickett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Mayfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Right at the 50-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd and 2, Pickett. And this is incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Harris. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in the... Defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this one too low.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Pickett.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back to it after the pick-6, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, Mayfield keeps himself upright.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hurry, hurry! Hey, alert 33!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
To the air on first down with Pickett. And he finds Austin complete. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Pickett to throw on first down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Pickett back to throw. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And he'll be out right at the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Fryermuth as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Regular. Point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down, Mayfield. This one caught by Isabella. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Kamara try the right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the counter, here's Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
And here's Kamara on the read option.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Pickett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
But Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal.
His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to swell the lead to 6. Boswell's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Kamara up the middle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd Here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 73 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.